Hey everyone, today we'll be going over graphs today, particularly focusing on iterative depth first search for our weighted graph, and without any further hesitation, let's get started. And the way we're going to perform depth first search iteratively is going to be the following. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to have a function void DFS iterative, and I'm going to have a parameter int v. And what we will be doing is that we're going to move a vector of booleans to determine what has been visited and what hasn't been visited within our adjacency list, just like we did before with respect to our vertex that we have, each vertex that we have initialized. We are initializing it, saying that we haven't visited anything yet, and then since depth first search uses a stack, we're going to have a stack of integers. Unlike breadth first search uses queues. Depth first search uses stacks. We're going to push each vertex that we see into the stack, and while the stack is not empty, we're going to check the top of the stack, because stacks can be thought of as a stack of plates. I'm going to pop the stack to be able to output what has been visited and what hasn't, and if a vertex has not been visited, hence the exclamation part. This part indicates saying not visited a specific vertex. While we're going through up our adjacency list, we're going to output each vertex indicating that it has been visited, and we will indicate that visited for v over here is going to be indicated as true, since we have a boolean in this case, and we need to determine what has been visited, what has not been visited. And while doing so, we're going to use auto I. We're using a auto for loop, indicating for the adjacency list at the beginning. So our beginning, meaning since we have a stack, we're using it at the top of the stack until we reach the very bottom at the end. So that means our index, while our index doesn't equal, at the end of the stack, indicated as our end, and keep incrementing our index, and we will indicate each following vertex that we see and push it inside the stack. So that means we're going to have visited. If a vertex has not been visited with respect to their edge, so we will have first in this case, and then we're going to push our vertex with their respective edge, since we have a weighted graph. So we're going to I first. There we go. Just make sure everything is right, and then I'm going to perform count and L. Make sure everything is already set up in place. Make sure you have your equal sign as well. Apologies on that. Well, it doesn't equal. There we go. That should work. Apologies on that. Make sure that you have everything already set up in place. Here. So this looks good in terms of iterative depth first search. Now what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to go into our main function that I have. In fact, we're going to put this right here. And our following depth first search, since depth first search goes based on the depth of the following graph, we're just going to output depth first search iterative, starting from vertex 0 there we go, and I'm going to have graph.depth first search iterative with starting at 0, since we have indicated that for following vertex as well, indicated for 0. Now I'm going to build, make sure it's all good, build succeeded, and we're going to run this, and our depth first search for the following goes in this case. So we know exactly what has already been connected. Hang on. Apologies on this front. We need to do this right here, because we need to add edges to the graph. There we go. Starting from vertex 0, so we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Since really this is all connected based on a weighted graph's edges as well, we notice in particular on how the vertices are already well connected based inside of the weighted graph. But in terms of depth first search as usual, based on principle, goes based on the depth of the graph. I also have an infographic to be able to showcase the nature of a weighted graph and how depth first search is also conducted, and this is the reason why we get the following outputs over here. And so yes, this was depth first search built out iteratively. Now let's head over and focus on building depth first search recursively. So right over here, let me just zoom out of it. There we go. And this is what we get. Hey everyone, thank you very much for taking time to watch this. If you found this video helpful, be sure and feel free to please like and subscribe. And if you have any other questions or suggestions, please put them in the comment section. And as always, take care. Cheers. Bye-bye.